Hi everyone, in today's episode we're going to be talking about tires. I think it's probably the first mod most guys want to do on their car, get rid of the standard tires. So far my experience with the standard tires, they weren't that bad. I think if you use it for city driving you're going to be fine with them. Or if you want to keep on driving them till they're done, it's up to you. My choice was to sell them on while I still could trade them in on the tires I wanted. The guys gave me a good deal and I went for the 215/75 R15 BF Goodrich all-terrains. Happy with the tires so far. Why I went for an all-terrain is I wanted, my car is an all-rounder. Why did I go with the 215/75? My car was still on standard suspension and I didn't want to fit tires that I had to cut the bumpers or make any changes to the car as it was that wasn't planned. So I know the guys that go for the 235/75 R15s, they don't fit on the standard suspensions. They probably need to cut the bumpers a bit. And if you're just using it for on-road use, the 235s will probably fit. But if you go over speed bumps, that type of stuff, your car will catch on the soles, on the bumpers, that type of stuff. And off-road, with the Jimny at full flex, the 235s catches all over. So be aware of that one. The 215s you can fit without any hassles. I did not have a major impact on my fuel consumption, the speedometer being out or feeling a loss of power in the car. My fuel consumption stayed the same between the standard and the 215s, so I didn't have a massive impact. I think that's a good all-round tire to fit on the Jimny, especially if you still want to do longer road trips on tar or on gravel roads or doing overlanding. I think that 215/75 tire is a great size to fit to your car. I've had the chat with the guys that fitted the 235s on their car. They're starting to feel a loss in performance on the open road. Off-road they are amazing, of course, because you're getting your diffs much higher off the ground. And they say, remember, how often do you use your car on road and for city driving? I think the 215 is really good for that because it doesn't have an impact on your fuel consumption. It doesn't have an impact on your on-road performance, and it doesn't even impact on your speedometer, so you don't have to adjust those, your speedometer, odometer readings. The 235s I think is an awesome tire if you're using your car for a lot of off-roading. I would say at least 60% off-roading and 40% on-roading. The 215, good all-round tire, happy, no complaints. 235, it's going to cost you in fuel consumption, it's going to cost you on performance of your car as well. Remember, if you want to do overlanding, I don't think the 235 is a good choice for your car because you're going to be doing long distances. The car is going to be heavily loaded with everything you're taking with for your trip. Your speedometer, odometer readings are going to be out. And if you have the automatic, I think the automatic is going to be hunting for gears a lot more with bigger tire sizes on. So that's all things that you need to keep in mind with the initial thought you had and the plan you had for your Jimny. So that's my opinion on tire sizes. I think as soon as you go anything bigger as a 215/75 R15, you're going to start running into knock-on effect issues that you may have to fit extra suspension. You need to cut your bumpers at certain points for the tire to have enough place to flex and it doesn't catch your wheel arches, that type of stuff. Next on, I think we should be looking at the type of tire you fit. In my opinion, all-terrain is a great tire for the Jimny. Again, look at your use cases for your car. All-terrain is just like the name says. It's good on tar, it's good on gravel, it's alright on mud, it's not bad in sand, and it can take rocks, especially with the BF Goodrich with the 3-ply sidewall. I think that's an excellent tyre for overlanding. If you look at the standard tyres the Jimny's come out with, the only thing I'd say, you can try to do overlanding with it, but it doesn't have that strengthened sidewall, and you might pick up sharp rocks, any debris lying on the road. You're driving gravel roads, so remember, keep that in mind. And another thing you need to keep in mind is, what's the availability of those tires look like where you're going to be doing your trip. Keep that in the back of your mind. Mud terrains, like I said, I think you should look at least 60% off-road and 40% on-road use of your car to look at a mud terrain tire. Of course, they are excellent on mud, rock, gravel roads, all that stuff, but they've got their negatives as well. You're going to have a lot of road noise in your car. The insulation, the sound insulation in the Jimny is not that bad, but you can still hear a bit of road noise, and mud terrain tires will increase that road noise for you. So if you're doing normal long trips on tar road or day-to-day driving, the mud terrain is gonna make a bit of noise for you. Another thing with the mud terrain is you're not going to get a lot of kilometers on the mud terrain if you use it on tar roads. Gravel, sand, off-road, you're probably going to get a lot more kilometers, but as soon as you take on a longer trip on the tar road or day-to-day driving in the city, the mud terrains are going to go down much quicker than a highway terrain or all-terrain. We have to look at the rims or wheels that the Jimny's come out with as well. I think the steel rims on the GL is excellent, well designed for off-road use. The main reason guys prefer steel rims over alloy rims is because you can actually fix a steel rim while you're doing an overlanding trip. You hit a rock, the rim bends, you can basically hit it with a hammer and get it back into place that your tire is sealing again. And the alloy rims crack if you're doing heavy off-roading, that type of stuff. The standard alloy rims the GLX comes out with is a very good looking rim. It's not an off-roading rim. The design of that rim is just wrong. It's very level with the tire if you look at it. So your tire will be here and the rim is basically level with the sidewall of your tire. What you get with the GL steel rim is you get a dish, and that dish protects against any rocks you're driving over. If your car slips off a side slope, that rim is protected because it's a dish. My rims already got damaged with the few trails I drove. If you're looking at doing a lot of rocky trails around you, have a look at different rims. I won't say steel is the best way to go. I'm still looking for alloy rims for my Jimny with a better design that's not as flush with the sidewall of the tire as the normal rims are. I'm looking for a concave rim. Unfortunately in South Africa the market is a bit more focused on the bigger cars, and the Jimny PCD is a very strange PCD, so I'll probably have to import those rims if I want them. Currently A-Line has only got one set of rims, and I don't think that fits with the new Jimny, so I'm going to keep a lookout for that. If I can't find rims like that, I'll probably look at the Gen 3 or the JB43 rims and maybe fit a set of those to the car. But so far I'm looking out for the rims. I'm checking while I'm 4x4ing, but sometimes a rock just rolls out and it hits the side of your car. So main reason why I am still using my alloy rims is because of the weight. Do yourself a favor, go to your tire specialists, the guys that you buy your wheels from, and just do a comparison between one steel rim and an alloy rim. That weight, you're going to feel it. Remember, we're adding extras the whole time to your car. You're adding weight, and I think utilizing the standard alloy rims as long as possible till they start giving me problems or they're damaged so bad that they don't look good anymore. I'm gonna fit another pair of alloy rims, because that's actually a space where I can spare a bit of weight on the total weight of my car with the accessories you're going to add. So keep that in the back of your mind as well when you're making choices on your tires and tire sizes. Weight is your enemy. As long as you keep the weight down, you're going to keep costs down on your fuel consumption, and of course your car is not going to work that hard to reach top speeds on overlanding trips. Your performance is just going to be better. So final decisions is all-terrain tires, not bigger than 215/75 R15s, and with your rims, I'm keeping my alloys. I'm taking the chance with my alloys. I'm not planning to overload or do such extreme 4x4ing that I'm planning to crack an alloy rim. If I do, I have to have an extra wheel available for my car. Okay, so that's what I have to say about tires. Hopefully, all the questions we're getting on Facebook and other platforms about tire sizes, this will put it straight for you guys. You can watch this video, you can make up your own mind. I'm not going to go into tire brands. Everybody's got certain brands available. Even in South Africa, what you get in Gauteng province, you can maybe get other tires in Cape Town or from Durban, close to the ports. They've got different tires available. Like I said, main concern for me was I wanted an all-terrain tire, 215/75 R15, and I'm keeping my alloy mags to keep weight down. I'm going to have to make a plan if something goes wrong with my alloy wheels while we're on a trip, but getting a spare for that shouldn't be a problem. Thanks again for watching today with us. Hopefully you gained some insights. And if you have any questions, please post a comment. Please remember to like and subscribe so that we can keep on making these videos and we can keep on providing information to you guys that can maybe save you some money. And again, just Jimny on.